So last night, one of the dreams I had was about rainbows. So I wanted to talk about the symbology behind rainbows. So when you think of rainbows, it's a representation of different light streams of consciousness. First, we have the word rain, like when the raindrops fall from above you. Then we have the word reign, like a rulership reigning above you. So this falls under the category of a hierarchy, which is a system arranged in the order of importance. So we have the higher, lower, and middle arches. And we also have the word archery. As you can see, the archery is shaped like a rainbow. Then the upside down archery is similar to a boat. Then you have the word arc, like an archery, an archery. And riding the boat is like riding a directional pathway, the same as aiming your bow and arrow to meet your target. Riding a directional pathway is like riding Noah's Ark before the flood. Riding the ark is like riding the rainbows, which is the hierarchy of lights or high archetypes of lights, ascending up the pathway of the electromagnetic wave pattern, the photons of light, or the streams of light spectrum, the waves of light spectrums, like riding Noah's Ark through the waves. And here comes the symbolic meaning of the leprechaun riding the rainbow, or Peter Pan, or Robin Hood. They all seem to wear green and have red hair, which is symbolic of Pan, the forest or the nature deity, half beast, half man. Red being symbolic of your root chakra and green being symbolic of your heart chakra. So rising up from your root to your heart chakra, which will be riding the rainbow. Riding the rainbow is an alignment of all your points of the electromagnetic spectrum, just like how Pan is symbolic of the Baphomet and the two Kundalini snakes rising up from the root chakra, which is the waist part, your lower half, the beastly natures, and your lower half, which is known as your Horo or Hora in Hindi, I believe. This is symbolic of Dante's Inferno, rising up out of Dante's Inferno, which is your lower desires. Riding the rainbow to reach your crown chakra, which is the gold mine, like the leprechaun rides the rainbow to reach the pot of gold, which is symbolic of the gold mine. This is also symbolic of how to train your dragon, how to train your beast, how to master your lower natures. Snakes are also symbolic of your dragon. You are supposed to ride your dragon. You are not supposed to let your dragon ride you, take control of you, let your desires take control over you. Your headspace isn't your only stream of consciousness. All these points are different forms of intelligence. So you have your lower, middle, and upper streams of light. All of your chakra points are active and emitting its own signals of vibrations. This is also another representation of where the Power Rangers come in. All the Power Rangers assemble, creating this super being, which is like all of your chakras in alignment, working in totality, which is symbolic of your body. And you can see the horned god, which is like Aries, your headspace. Hierarchies of light or higher archetypes of light is also symbolic to the higher archetypes of the celestial spheres, which is the planets in alignment, because it's as above, so below, as within, so without. So we have the as above, like the planets, as below, like the rainbow, as within, like your chakra points, and as without. This is all about the micro, macro, and becoming enlightened is being aware of your inner lights and no longer roaming around in the darkness with the veil over your eyes. You understand and you overstand. And when you understand and overstand these spiritual principles and how they relate inwardly and outwardly, therefore you are now able to illuminate the world around you. So now you're someone who is a beacon of lights, like the rainbow. You rode the rainbow to your gold mine, and you can help others reach their gold mines. So remember, riding your dragon is also like riding the rainbow above the experience, or training your boa constrictors, which is the snakes, the two kundalini snakes, and now you have an overstanding of the experience. So just for review, we have the hierarchy, like the higher arches above, which will be the higher arches above, like the higher celestial being. Riding the rainbow, like riding your two boa constrictors up the light spectrum. Same thing like riding the wave in Noah's Ark, riding above your lower emotional states, which would be the lower half of your chakras, which is your root, your sacral. Then you have the middle part, which is the solar plexus and the heart. And then you have the upper arches, which is the throat, the third eye, and the crown, which is the same thing as aiming your archery, riding a directional pathway to reach the target, which is the crown, which is how to train your dragon, or conquering your lower half, which is your beastly nature, half man, half beast, like Peter Pan, in alignment with enlightenment. This is why you see a lot of movies that have like the rainbow symbology, a snake, a dragon, a boat. It's all an allegory for a kundalini awakening. This is all about being enlightened, no longer being in the dark, so therefore you can illuminate and create something from your higher arches, and therefore you have inner fulfillment, higher self-esteem, balanced within. You conquered your beastly natures, you ride the beast, you rode your dragon, and you reach the end of the rainbow, which is your pot of gold, your gold mine. You have a piece of gold for yourself and something you can share with the world.